So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Milinkovic-Savic. I'll be keeping an eye on his long-range shooting, Peter, because that's something he does with real prowess. The stuff that makes the highlight reels, of course, but he also does a lot of good work under the radar, recycling the ball, pressing opponents, and generally bossing midfield.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And that gets things running. Deftly done. And that has been cleared. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Campbell. Ruiz! A real chance and a real let-off. Kostic. Savic. Nicely controlled. Tadic. Hoists it forward. Defenders on the back foot. Oviedo. He's got away. And a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
Good idea, just poorly executed. Grujic. Oh, good ball. Going through. That is terrific skill. Whipped in. And back out it comes. Campbell. Tosic. Neither side yet able to find the net. It's being played forward. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Kostic. And it's Tadic. Grujic brings it forward. Chance to shoot. Goalkeeper's ball. Grujic. Questions were asked, but he's given the answers. Gonzalez. Forward it goes. He's made sure that that won't get through. And it's played forward. Tadic. No messing about. And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team has broken through. But certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. What do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
And now the breakaway. Matic. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Has a pop!
And looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
So here comes a substitution. Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Oh look, this is just what the fans wanted. And now that they're celebrating the opener, I think they want to see their team make all the running from here.
Tadic. Danger averted for now. Has a hit! Tries to get it forward quickly. And the counter is on. Now then.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
And it's Tadic. He's pinged one through here. It's on a plate. It's Tadic! Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
Gets up to head it! Oh, and that should have been two.
He got too ahead of himself there, thinking how he could have made things safe.
He's got options out wide. It's a loose ball.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Mitrovic.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Mitrovic! In it goes! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
I just think that's a good example of how you take advantage of a lapse in concentration. He was on the prowl, hungry, looking for any scraps that came his way.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So they have their win. They had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. Back to winning ways. 2 wins out of 3. It is a very decent return. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eased the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
They can more or less feel it now, avoid defeat here, and they will take that eagerly awaited place in the knockout stage. The odds overwhelmingly in their favour. Everybody is expectant here, the crowd is up, they think the job is just about done. Indeed, in fact it is. One more point does it, just one. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. They are already looking forward to life at the business end of this competition. This a job that just needs finishing off.
Well, when you consider, Peter, how hard they've worked to be on the threshold of the next phase, they ought to be thoroughly focused and determined to wrap it up now. If their attitude and application remains as it's been through the group, then they should be fine. But if they suffer a moment's hesitation or doubt, as we've seen in the past, it could prove very costly.
So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marcelo. He's pretty much a defender in name alone, to be honest, because...
Willian! He's pulled off a fine save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Up he gets! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
And it's Embolo. Now it's Shaqiri. And here's Seferovic. Either side really getting hold of the ball. Could be thinking about a shot here. Firmino. They just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. Coutinho. And it's played forward. And it's Seferovic. Shaqiri. Coutinho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Good ball. Room for a shot. It's Willian! It's come back out! It's a goal! Sommer reacted well to the initial effort, but couldn't get it right out of the danger area.
I might sound a little harsh here, but the keeper, I felt, could have done a better job in ensuring that ball didn't go back out into the danger area.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Rodriguez with the crossfield ball. Shaqiri. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Fred is the guilty party there. Lichtsteiner. That is terrific. And the finish! And that would have been some goal.
Well, he cut straight through the middle, only to find he had no cutting edge.
That will be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football that still had its moments, and ultimately produced just one goal. more than decent game up to now.
Well, they showed glimpses of some wonderful football to go in with the lead at half-time, and that's definitely pleased the fans. I think they'll be looking to keep this intensity up now in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So just 45 minutes to decide the fate of this group.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Now it's Seferovic. Seferovic has been caught there, it's a foul. Now it's Seferovic. Striding forward, up to meet it! Oh, that's a terrific save from the keeper.
Mbolo really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
And it's Lichtsteiner. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. And here's Seferovic. In comes the delivery. Firmino, a scorer already in the game. Willian. It's anyone's ball. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Looking for space out wide. Now it's Seferovic. It's a throw-in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Well, the referee's seen the board, and he's going to allow a double change to go ahead now.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from...
Has a hit! Oh, and that should have been two.
Oh, and a real chance to pile on the pressure, and he'll be desperate to get another.
Granit Xhaka. Giroud goes looking. Well, it is a narrow lead, but they are clinging on to it right now. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Massive leap! No, he's got that completely wrong.
That was good defensive pressure to give him less manoeuvring room.
Miranda. Firmino pushes to get on the end of it. Renato Augusto gets it back. And here's Douglas Costa. Danilo has come steaming up from the back for this. Rodriguez gets rid without sophistication. Almost there, and the players can feel it. Driving on, Firmino! And that may well be that. That is that. I'll just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. And in the end, they have strolled through comfortably. Unbeaten, 7 points from 9. And they are gathering momentum into the knockout stage. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but The most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can benefit them all in the long.
So welcome one and all of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So it's down to business here. Lindelof plays it long. That could spell trouble. And that'll go straight through to the keeper. Ki Sung-young.
Detti.
Forsberg. Quarter of an hour played. Neither side yet able to find the net. Has a hit! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Berg is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Leave it clear. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. Towering header! It's missed, but not by that far.
Berg did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Ki-Sung-Young. Ki-Sung-Young. Forsberg. A definite foul there. Lofted into the middle. Turns and goes back. We've played it short. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Grandquist. And he's on a charge.
Usual, the skipper has put a lot of effort and endeavour into that goal, and now provides a platform to take that fresh impetus into the second half and go on and try and win this contest.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Big occasion, big goal, real chance! And the half-time whistle goes. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, and it still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well, there's good movement off the ball, the passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Ki-Sung-Young. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Grandquist. Hilliman. Oh, real danger here. Thinks he's got rid of that. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the...
Away from immediate danger. It's gone out for a throw-in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Played out to the right. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
And it's Guidetti. Lawson. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Can't get the better of his opposite number.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Looking to pull clear here. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Lawson! That is simply superb! Absolute joy! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. And he's produced a beauty. 2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Yeah, looks very much like the final nail in the coffin for me, I have to say.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Solid, if not especially fancy, always in control. They did enough to win it. Well, they did finally get a win at last, but 3 points is rarely a sufficient return. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a solidity about them, almost as if they set up not to lose and see how things unfold. That eases the pressure on the strikers, who can afford to be patient, and it's all paid off.
And so the prevalent question on everybody's mind ahead of the game here, will they make it out of the group stage? Well, the odds are very, very good on paper. A single point is all that they need, and they need no favours from anybody else. It is in their hands. The faithful has every right to expect, to believe, a feeling very much reflected in the pre-match atmosphere. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. They are already looking forward to life at the business end of this competition. This is a job that just needs finishing off.
Well, Peter, this has nothing to do with good fortune now. This team is here on merit, and if they can sustain their level of performance, it's hard to see anything other than the right conclusion to this group stage. However, and I have to address the other potential outcome and remind everyone that concentration has to be their best player for the duration, or else.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Tony Kroos.
Has a hit! He's delivered all right!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Muller drives it forward. Werner. Guardado. They just need to avoid defeat. It would mean so much to them. In comes the cross. Plattenhardt. And it's Toni Kroos. And here's Muller. Gundogan. Oh, good take in a good area. Cleared without complication. Has gone out. Goretzka. Muller. It's Werner! Great effort, but no way through. Guardado. Moves it over to the other flank. There has been just the early goal here, and the score is 1-0. Now it's Muller. It's Ozil. Going through. That's a... It's one! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Oh, what a cracking goal, but a cracking touch as well. That's what made it for me. That's brilliant play all round.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Moreno. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Moreno. Gets it upfield. Werner. Well positioned to make that interception. The referee brings the first half to a close. Your views on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. To the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. Ball is over the line. Dos Santos. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Ozil with a long pass. And he's there to hoof it away. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Ozil. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Oh, he's broken. Werner! And more, and more, and more. And they are buzzing away.
Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim. Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Across the field it goes. Muller. Keeper's got good distance on that. It's Gundogan! Great save, that was not easy.
Gundogan certainly caught it well enough, but that was never really going to trouble the keeper.
Gets up to head it! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Tries to switch the play. Vela. And the through ball is intercepted. Herrera. Another throw-in. Brought forward. What does he try from here? And it's played forward. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Muller, who has made his impact already. And it's Draxler. Going! And he doubles up the chance! Oh, I think it's been called offside. Yes, it has.
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
Keeper sends it forward. Draxler, he could be in here. Draxler! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss. There's going to be another change here.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Hoists it forward. Plays it out to the flank. Here it is, Hernandez! Get that clear. Herrera. He's had that put on a plate. Plays it long. Cut out in the nick of time. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Successive wins then to blot out that opening day defeat. And 6 points ought to be plenty. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
So, on the face of it, things look simple. If they want to make the knockout stages, this is all or nothing. 3 points needed, and should they fail to collect those points, they will be going home and staying there. It all makes this very tense, really, for some, unbearable. The stress levels particularly high, but for those of us who are neutral, myself included, it is utterly compelling, and that is how it should be. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. So they need a win. They need a win to get them over the line.
Well, Peter, the question that comes to mind is how much do they want it? These players know that this could be the gateway for bigger things. Progression, for starters, brings greater financial reward. It increases the brand power and can enhance the whole business side of things. Individual player profile elevation is also a huge incentive. Careers can be catapulted from this. It's worth remembering.
So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Eden Hazard, with the ball at his feet, is one of the finest sights in world football, Peter. And I particularly enjoy the way he can glide away from his marker with just one touch. He's a lethal finisher, a very fine passer too. The kind
has a hit! Tried the chip, but wasn't his best.
Well, it could have been, and probably should have been, a different choice of finish. There was lower space to hit.
Benalouan. It's being played forward. Just brushed off the ball there. Victory now would mean so much. De Bruyne. Lukaku. Tries a shot! It's in! There is the breakthrough!
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, look, you've got to start your qualification process at some stage, Peter, and that goal is takeoff for them.
Tielemans.
Tielemans just did a brilliant job there. It was one of those all-or-nothing commitments, and he came up trumps.
Now it's Lukaku. And he heaves it forward. Carrasco. And here's Azar. Carrasco. Ferreira Carrasco delivers. And a shot! It sticks it away! Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Gets it upfield. He's got options out wide. Gets the better of his man.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Hoists it forward. Tries to get it forward quickly. Plays it out to the flank. Out of play for a goal kick. Deftly done. Now it's Hazard. Hazard, he's onside. Big chance! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage...
That'll be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. We're into the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. Can't get the better of his opposite number, and he has been fouled there. This could fall anywhere. Receives it. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work out.
Oh, good interception. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and they finally reacted, but they could have been more switched on before he...
Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Dinks one in. Now it's De Bruyne. More than... That's pretty clear, it is a foul. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Merton! It's bounced back off the post. And out to safety. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. And it's Mertens. Fellaini. Goes for goal! And it's there! And they are cruising away. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a nail the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Mertens, Azar, chipped through, Dembele, cleared without complication. The changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
And that's been levered clear. Forward it goes, dashing forward at pace. Played out to the right. Timely intervention. That is terrific skill. Going for goal! And there goes the final whistle. Just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. They have bounced straight back, 2 wins from 3, and that ought to be enough. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, not as smooth as they would have preferred, but they're through, and that's the bit that matters most.
So, on the face of it, things look simple. If they want to make the knockout stages, this is all or nothing. 3 points needed, and should they fail to collect those points, they will be going home and staying there. It all makes this very tense, really, for some, unbearable. The stress levels particularly high, but for those of us who are neutral, myself included, it is utterly compelling, and that is how it should be. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. So they need a win. They need a win to get them over the line.
Well, Peter, the question that comes to mind is how much do they want it? These players know that this could be the gateway for bigger things. Progression, for starters, brings greater financial reward. It increases the brand power and can enhance the whole business side of things. Individual player profile elevation is also a huge incentive. Careers can be catapulted from this. It's worth remembering.
There's the whistle. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man? Kane! And he's done it!
And what a great way to start the game, to spark the game. I mean, the captain has basically triggered a contest that should be even livelier than we anticipated. Get your seatbelts on, this could be rather exciting.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Dele Alli. A win here so important to their ambitions. Cut out in the nick of time. Kyle Walker. Maguire. Dele Alli. He's found his man. It's Kane! In it goes! All too easy. They are in danger of disappearing out of sight. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, I think 2 keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind 1. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Cooper.
And it's Sterling. Chance to break. Jordan Henderson has a hit! They are rampant! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And that'll go straight through to the keeper. That's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Stones gets into the right position to intercept. Rose. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Sterling. Kane! Disappointing finish in the end.
Well, the control on receipt was far better than the control on dispatch.
Finds himself eased off the ball. Dele Alli. Sterling tries running with the ball at his feet. Kane floats one over. Trout, he's gone for it! Back of the net! And already they're looking to run away with it.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front. And they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, that flew by. It was breathless stuff. It's been one-way traffic here after the first 45 minutes. A relentless barrage that looks set to continue.
Yeah, I think the first half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return. And I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
To the last 45 minutes in this game of substantial significance. Tries a shot! Dele Alli. Gomez hoists it high. It's a brilliant interception. Rose. And it's Kane. Jordan Henderson. Walker tries to get it forward quickly. Trying to get there. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Lingard. Shoots! Oh, taken with style! And again, they pile on the misery.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, there may be still more to come.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Tries to locate someone up front. Has gone out. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Gomez. Rose. Loftus-Cheek set up one goal so far. And it's Walker. And here's Welbeck. And Sterling! It's in! This is as ruthless as it gets.
Well, I wasn't expecting them to go this big, Peter, but they have been superb.
He's made it 2, and no doubt he's hungry for more.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Hoists it forward. Plays it out to the wing. Into the last 5 minutes. Kyle Walker. Loftus-Cheek. And here's Rashford. Sterling. Rashford. Has a hit! It's there! Well, surely that completes the demolition if it hadn't occurred already.
Listen, when you're on an invitation to improve your goal difference, why ease off? Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
And there goes the final whistle. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Well, poor start, but what a great recovery. 2 wins in a row, and surely that will be enough. The end of the game. Reflections?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can benefit them all.
Hello and welcome all to what I'm sure is going to be an unmissable game. here's the key information. We have a side looking to make it into the exclusive knockout stage of the competition. A victory does it, but anything less than that could lead to all sorts of complications. Everybody is ready to go once we have the formalities out of the way. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Well, it really is a terrific sight here, and it goes to underline just how far this game could go towards shaping the fortunes of the team.
Well, Peter, there's good pressure and bad, but this leans very much to the former, and a big chance to take everything on a level. These players have to embrace and tackle the task ahead with the courage and confidence they've grown for a time like this. I expect them to swim and not sink, and they won't need a rubber ring here either.
And that gets things running. He's looked long this time. Yoshida. Yamaguchi. Ball is over the line. Honda. Kagawa. Yamaguchi. Kagawa. Honda. Gets wrestled off the ball. Oh, they could break here. Zielinski. He's left his man. Turns and goes back. Has a pop! Oh, that's a waste.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Nagatomo. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Lewandowski hoists it high. Timely intervention. Gets good distance on it. Finds himself eased off the ball. Kagawa with a delicate ball. It's a great ball. Goes for goal! Hoists it forward. Looks to dink one in. A win here so important. Chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Still a cracking effort. Really looked like a man on a mission the way he went through on goal.
Saka. Plays it out to the wing. Gets into a dangerous position. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Saka. Kagawa. And it's the whistle for half-time. So now the team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So just 45 minutes to decide the fate of this group. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Kagawa. Okazaki. Kagawa. That's a promising ball. Has a hit! It's in! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
And that has been clubbed away. Receives it from behind. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Good save, he got a decent fist on that. Has a pop!
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Spot on, Peter.
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And it's played forward, and the break is on. Tries to get it forward quickly. And it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Yamaguchi. Yoshida. Out to the left it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. He's through, now is he in?
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
He's had a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! What about that, Jim Beglin?
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Battles to win it back. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. Well, that is a great effort. Another win, 7 points from 9, unbeaten, and on they march. The end of the game. Reflections?
It's certainly doing it the hard way, Peter, but the most important thing is that the team got the job done. Getting through is all that mattered, and whatever tests came their way, they showed they were more than capable of dealing with it. An experience that can benefit them all in the longer term.
So, on the face of it, things look simple. If they want to make the knockout stages, this is all or nothing. 3 points needed, and should they fail to collect those points, they will be going home and staying there. It all makes this very tense, really, for some, unbearable. The stress level's particularly high, but for those of us who are neutral, myself included, it is utterly compelling, and that is how it should be. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Well, it really is a terrific sight here, and it goes to underline just how far this game could go towards shaping the fortunes of the team.
Well, Peter, the question that comes to mind is how much do they want it? These players know that this could be the gateway for bigger things. Progression, for starters, brings greater financial reward, it increases the brand power, and can enhance the whole business side of things. Individual player profile elevation is also a huge incentive. Careers can be catapulted from this. It's worth remembering.
As you can see, we've already started here. Done very well to intervene. Kouyaté. Ndiaye. Mane!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
A win here so important to their ambitions. Carlos Bacca. It's Muriel! Oh, that was no routine save.
Luis Muriel really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
Knocks it away. And the shot! To get it forward quickly, goes long, and that'll go straight through to the keeper. And it's Muriel, and here's Bacca. Cuadrado. Oh, good take. Carlos Bacca! Decent enough try.
Carlos Bacca just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Keeper's got good distance on that. Koulibaly. So who can spark this game into life? Now it's Bacca. And here's Muriel. Luis Muriel looks to dink one in. There's the shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, the look on his face says it all.
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Sanchez gets it back. Now it's Muriel. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? Cuadrado. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Looking to get within range. And the shot! James Rodriguez. Now it's Baka. Keita. Nicely measured pass. He's had a look. Got a sight. Mane! Dispatched clinically. The breakthrough arrives at last. Well, how's that for a class finish?
I just thought he knew exactly what he was doing by feigning to move one way and then readjusting back. Controlled trickery.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
That's the way you go about things if you want to qualify. It's superb.
Idrissa Gueye plays it out to the wing. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. James Rodriguez. Oh, real chance to break. Cuts it out. Baka needed to come up with a better ball.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Just starting to get the first signs of rain here. Hit long and direct. Has a hit!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Juan Quintero battles to win it back. Ndiaye. Just 5 minutes left.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
A real chance if he can get through. Back up. That intervention was very necessary. Take the muscular approach. Has a pop! And he's there to make a great save.
Luis Muriel simply didn't do anything wrong. He was thwarted by brilliance.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts because he has put in...
And he's gone for it! It's good distance on it. That's it! They are out! Well, great expectations have turned to huge disappointment. They have simply not done enough to merit a place in the knockout stage. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, it all came down to this, and they had to produce to ensure qualification, and they've not delivered. I think looking back over the campaign, have they given enough? Do they deserve more? Probably not, if I'm honest. They had their chances.